again. This is my lovely partner, Hajar Issa,
Hey, Stan.
along with Sudan Martin and Graham Askey. It's great to be with you on another episode of Incredible Around the World. And we're interviewing our worldwide traveler over here. Now, he's not just a regular go to the resort destination, sit there, have a couple mojitos, and hang out by the beach. This man has been to Rwanda, India, Myanmar, you name it. The only places he hasn't ventured off to is really South America.
Yep, so that's on the list.
That's on the list, so...
I'll have to do that properly.
Everyone in Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay. Don't worry, he'll be there soon. So we were speaking about not traveling with the actual timeline or traveling with any preconceived dates. Why is that important?
Oh yeah, because in the past I found when you set yourself a schedule inevitably schedules go wrong, and then you're then put under more pressure. But also you miss out on opportunity. You miss out. You can at times you meet someone really interesting and you think, actually I'd like to spend a bit more time with them, but you've got to get on to the next place. Or someone will say, hey, there's a festival on this weekend, or there's a band playing tomorrow night, or whatever. You miss out on these opportunities. And those opportunities are the routes into the culture. You never understand the culture by flying through a place. And it's actually spending that time sitting around, not doing very much, watching the world go by, talking with local people, actually doing those things that might not be regarded as particularly exciting. But if you want to try and understand what's going on in a place, you've got to take it a bit easy, and you don't learn anything in a day or two. And I've sometimes, it's taken a week, I've been in a city for a week, and then suddenly something clicks and you go, that's it, And it was only yesterday, for instance, I really picked up on how calm and quiet Khartoum was. Maybe I should have realised it earlier on, but compared to a lot of cities in Africa, it really is quite relaxed, and you don't hear people shouting and screaming, and I haven't seen anyone having a fight or anything. In big cities you see these things.
Not a lot of haggling either.
No, it's all quite relaxed. So, and actually, once you notice that, then that's actually an insight into the character of Sudanese people themselves. It's not just about Khartoum. And then once you realise one thing, it makes you think about other issues, and then it gives you something to look out for, something to go ask people questions about. And you simply need to spend a bit of extra time in a place to make those observations.
Alright, my next question would be, how about, for example, people would think to be able to travel the world, you have to be a multi-millionaire, you have to have so much money to get from point A to point B. Is that a myth, or?
I would say so. Yeah, there's that. I mean, there's actually a lot of advice online these days about how to travel on very low budgets. And admittedly, being a Westerner, we're at a big advantage just because of the simple relative values of currency. But you don't. Okay, it might limit where you go with not having much money. Although here you're just as much limited by where you can get visas for and things as well. But there are plenty of ways of saving money. There are things like couch surfing to stay with people, or even just you can get in contact with people online through all kinds of forums, and to meet other people and possibly stay with them anyway, doing something indirectly. There are ways of travelling without spending much money, like hitchhiking, or even getting cheap plane flights, boat rides and things. There are, especially if you look online, There's a lot of advice on how to sort of do things on a very low budget, and especially when you're travelling in very welcoming countries, people will help you out, So you've got to, if you're starting off from being somewhat Sudanese, accept fully that it's going to be more difficult than it is when you're right. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. So don't feel that's going to stop you doing it.
And a great idea that you do is you ran out your space.
So for me, I mean, this is where having the relative value of English currency against it is a real benefit, of course. So obviously, even if someone in Sudan owned the property, they're not going to get the same kind of rental income, relatively speaking, than I would. So that's not an option open to most people here. But there are plenty of other ways of getting discount flights or last-minute spaces in places, or travelling without spending much money. So it can be done if you're motivated enough. I think for young people everywhere is they need to know that young people all over the world are going through the same kind of changes in society that they are experiencing, and with the internet they're seeing the world in a different way. They've got access to things that people even 10 years ago didn't have. So I think young people need to know that they're not on their own. They can now share their experiences and their problems and their hopes and dreams with people on the other side of the world, and get out and do it, make contacts with people. You can start learning about other cultures directly through contact with other people, rather than just watching a television program or reading a book about it. I think that's something to be really treasured and made use of. And because it's easier, sort of, you can follow learning what you want to do. Learning isn't solely determined by what someone decides to teach you. You can just get on Google and type in whatever it is you fancy and start finding out about it, seeing pictures, seeing what inspires you. So, and I think that's what kids everywhere are doing around the world. And there are different levels of ease of access to internet, but even in the poorest of countries, there's still some kind of access to internet for people, and they'll make use of it. And I mean, certainly in Africa, I find kids know the value of education. You don't need to lecture African kids on the importance of education. I've seen kids walk 10 kilometres to school every day and back because they know it's worth it. I've seen their parents sacrifice all kinds of things to make sure their kids get good schooling and things. So there is a thirst for knowledge out there, and I think you can use it yourself, and you can use your own inspirations to learn more about what you want to learn, and not simply what school thinks you should learn, which is always worth learning. And I'm not saying you shouldn't ignore what you're being told in school. That's important as well. But you can go further, and do it. And equally, there's other people on the other side of the world that are interested in coming to see your culture wherever you are. There's other people that want to come here, want to know about you, so you've got something to offer, to the rest of the world. And if you can do that by welcoming someone into your home directly, or just by meeting a traveller who comes here, or just by sharing experiences, explaining a bit about your life to other people, do it, because there are people out there who want to know. So you've always got something to offer to the rest of the world. So get out there and tell people about it.